Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. This is the second episode of my Semaglutide series that I'm doing. If you didn't see the first one, I talked about, I just kind of touched on like what to look for when you're sourcing. Basically you want somebody that's high touch, or I would advise. This video is going to be how it works in your system. I will start with saying I'm not a medical professional. So you're welcome. Obviously I would very much encourage you to speak to your medical professional about how they advise it, because I have heard some variety on this, which gives me a lot of anxiety, because it's like, that shouldn't have a lot of sway. But essentially, semaglutide is the active ingredient in something called Ozempic and Wegovy. It's also something that it's just a standalone. So like personally, what I am on is just semaglutide. I'm not on Ozempic. I am not on Wegovy. Our cousin is a doctor, and she's just starting to roll this out in her practice, and she is administering something that's semaglutide with B12 mixed into it. So it's not necessarily exclusively coming from Novo Nordisk, who is the pharmaceutical company that provides Ozempic and Wegovy. Ozempic and Wegovy are the same thing. They are just labeled differently because you have to. Ozempic was approved, I want to say in 2018, for diabetes. And Wegovy is the same thing, but it was approved 2020, 2021. Don't quote me. I might be totally wrong. It's been a couple months since I looked this up. That was for weight loss. So like, I think Elon Musk was on Wegovy, but Ozempic, you are required to have a diabetic diagnosis for. So for people that are worried about like taking a diabetic's medication, or why is there a shortage of Ozempic, you shouldn't be on Ozempic if you're not diabetic. Yeah, okay, so that said, semaglutide works, how it was explained to me is it works in two ways. And this has been explained to me by multiple medical professionals, so if you hear otherwise, I would love to hear it in the comments, and we can have a little bit of a group think about this. So it works in two ways. The first thing it does is it tells your pancreas to release more insulin, so that when you're consuming any kind of a food, instead of your blood sugar spiking, you're basically in ketosis, like you're eating body fat, so your blood sugar doesn't spike. So it kind of knocks you into ketosis, which is what a I should have looked this up before I started this video. GLP-1, I want to say, this is like a 20-year-old science. This is not, oh God, I should have had notes. Anyway, not the point of this, but it's how diabetics they release the insulin resistance in diabetics, right? So that's essentially what this is. And then the other thing it does is it slows your GI system down. So instead of your stomach dumping in an hour and you getting hungry again or being able to eat again, it slows it down to 6 to 7 hours. So what that looks like in terms of a firsthand experience is you're going to eat something. Doesn't change what you're eating. It definitely can affect what you're craving and how much of it you're craving, but it doesn't. Like if I kind of touched on this in another video, if you have like a psychological disorder or something where you're like a binge eater and it's a psychological thing, it's not fixing any of that. You get fuller quicker and you are like done. So essentially how it worked for me, how I've noticed it is, this is a joke, but I kind of say like I have about 30 bites in a day. And you learn pretty quickly, like, I just can't eat that much. Like, I can't have an appetizer and my dinner. I also noticed that I can't, like, my coffee, I can't crush my coffee like I used to be able to. It takes me a few hours, anywhere from 3 to 5 hours to drink this cup. So, worth mentioning. It definitely slows you down. Now, there are side effects that come with that. And I'll touch on, I guess I should state here, you should consult whoever's administering it to you, whoever your medical professional is. They should talk to you about, because I know there's kind of a wide variety of things. Like my understanding is there's headaches, nausea, constipation, gas, bloating. What else? I think there's some other stuff, but it kind of varies based on you, your body, your dosage, etc. Something else that's really, really important, I've literally not heard anybody say this. It is critical that you stay hydrated while on this. Like, it's very important. So one of the things where I go is I step on this in-body scan, and one of the things that it identifies is how much water weight I'm carrying. And you are supposed to have a certain amount in your body. So like the way this works, what it can do is it can dehydrate your system. So it's really, really, really important that you stay hydrated. I will tell you, people have said, like I know our cousin said to me, we were talking about this the other day, and she was saying that, and some of the research she had done, patients were saying if you have, like a bit of a drinking habit where you're drinking, daily, you're reducing how much you're consuming. And I told her, I'm a big wino. And so I drink, I'm usually having a glass of wine. I'm also going for, I'm going to put a vineyard into my farm. So it's not, I don't have an alcohol dependency. I'm trying to get for my sommelier and vineyard certification, but that's neither here nor there. But I told her, I was like, I can definitely tell you my consumption has decreased, but that's also because everything has decreased. So it's not like it's not exclusive to alcohol. It's across the board. So it's sort of, if you're over consuming anything, you're going to see a reduction in it. Doesn't matter. It could be cake, it could be broccoli, it does not matter. But that's worth mentioning to you if you are concerned about what it would, if it's isolated and what it decreases. No, my experience is cross board. Yeah, so that's how it works. I'll talk in the next one about my first 8 weeks. My first 8 weeks, yeah, that makes sense. And it's Friday, it's been a long week. And then I'm going to continue the series with as my journey progresses. So if you're interested in more information, stay tuned. I'll have, I'm going to try to get a few of these videos up pretty quickly just for, information. And feel free to leave me a comment if this is helpful. If there's other things you want to know, if you want me to ask about, whatever, let me know. But yeah, anyway, thanks so much for watching, y'all. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.